wanna be down with the king.
It's the Sports Kings.
Sports Kings. Big Mike.
He might fall off the wagon in the next 10 minutes.
And Rob Calloway.
It's about bringing talent. It's not about all the flash and glitz and glam.
Not your average sports talk show. The Sports Kings.
This is NFL legend, work done.
This your boy D. Howard, a.k.a. Superman.
I'm Jerome Bettis, the bus.
It's Cam Newton. Holla at your boy, already.
This is Hank Aaron, and I'm down with the king.
Tell a friend, Kings is back.
Ah, yes. Welcome back into the Sports Kingdom, ladies and gentlemen, on this beautiful, beautiful Monday afternoon here in the ATL. I am Big Mike. Rob Calloway's back, everyone. Yes. He snuck back over the border. Yes.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Didn't bring any support for the labor community back with him, but, we'll talk about that later. Anyway, don't forget, we're being heard via Spreaker.com. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Also, you guys can follow us and tweet with us and Facebook us and send us your Instagram photos and all that good stuff at Sports Kings Live. By the way, I follow this new thing called Where Ratchet People Meet or something like that, Where Ratchet Meets or something like that. It is hilarious. I do suggest it to anyone who is in love with the Ratchet movement. Yes, I think it's called Where Ratchet People Meet or something like that. It's hilarious. Also, our email address, it's freaking hilarious. Yeah, if you log on to our, if you take the time out anytime, Rob, to log into the show's Instagram account, you'll see those type of things. Yeah. It's funny. It'll make you laugh and smile. We're also on email, ladies and gentlemen, sportskingslive@gmail.com. So, yes, we got a lot of stuff to get to today. A lot of stuff happened over the weekend. Draft is over with. There was allegedly a fight on Saturday, and I'm not talking about the Spurs and the Clippers. There was an actual supposed boxing match that happened, so we'll definitely talk about that. Rob was out there in Vegas. I have no idea what he saw, what happened, so I'm going to be getting the news firsthand like you guys are. Should be interesting. Also, we got some NBA news other than the big Game 7 between the Spurs and the Clippers on Saturday. Hawks played yesterday, as well as the Golden State Warriors and the Grizzlies. The Hawks actually played the Wizards yesterday. Let's see what else is here. Apparently Tiger Woods is back. We'll talk about that and tell you why. He probably ain't, but we'll get into all that kind of stuff. And that's it. So now, without further ado, we'll welcome back in the one, the only Roberto Creepy Rob Lowe Calloway, a.k.a.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Well, dog, did you kick it with Dennis Rodman while you was out there in Vegas?
Man, nah.
Nah?
Woo. No, boy, but I heard it was a good time. Man, it was so much debauchery going on down there, man.
Yeah, it's Vegas. It goes without saying.
Oh, my God.
Thanks, Captain.
Well, no, what I'm saying, I've been down there. This last trip made my third time in 18 months being in Vegas, right? So, I thought I'd see all that Vegas had to offer, But, man, I got there Wednesday at probably about 11 o'clock Pacific time. And, oh, my God. Oh, man, I saw so much. I saw so many butt cheeks, man. Like, dude, they were out there almost bucket naked, man. I mean, they had on, jean shorts. But it was, the part where the backpacker was, they were cut out, dude. You know what I'm saying? So it was just, denim, a denim thong on. It was unbelievable stuff that was going on, man. I seen pimp checking a hoe. I seen, Ray Rice, the violent situation going on out there. It was a lot going on in Vegas, man.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you're scrambling to the Sports Kings Live Instagram account, no, Rob didn't think about you not one bit. All the stuff that he's talking about,
no, I didn't.
He didn't think about you not one bit enough to just post two photos on the Instagram, on the show's Instagram. So you can go back to listening to the podcast now and stop scrambling through your phone and see if you can find these pictures.
It's not happening.
They're not there.
It's not happening.
They're not there.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Which means it didn't happen.
Yeah,
in 2015, that means if there's no video evidence of it, that means it didn't happen. That's what that's what the kids say.
And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with it. But yeah, man. But yeah, it was it was a great time, man. Of course, like I said, a lot going on down there, man. A lot of celebrities were in town for the event. Some of the legends of boxing. I mean, it was, just at legends period were in Vegas. So it was much bigger than the other two times that I've been for the Floyd Mayweather fight. That was Maidana 1 and Maidana 2. A lot of electricity and a lot of bootlegging going on, man. I gotta make me a business, man, where I can press these shirts and go to these events, sell these shirts. Man, the T-shirt business was booming because the shirts inside the MCM, like you want to buy the official Money Team gear. I mean, it starts at like $50, but you could get you a Money Team shirt
for $50.
On the side of the road.
A T-shirt for $50.
$20. Yeah, $50 and up.
Yeah, I'm good.
And that's what I'm saying. But the bootleggers were keeping hope alive, though, boy. They were out there with the Money Team shirts for $20. They had the Money Team hat for $20. Though none of that stuff cost $20.
Good for them.
They had the nice look, the different graphic designs about the fight on the shirts, $20. It was a lot of money being made down there, man. I got to see my boy Adrian Broner. He got detained while me and my homeboys, we were out hanging out.
I saw that. That's the dude with the brush, right?
Is that Adrian? Huh?
That's the dude with the brushing.
Yeah, the can man. Yeah. And my homeboy was like, "Is that Adrian Broner getting locked up?" We looked. We're like, "Oh, look at AB."
Well.
But we ended up seeing him walk out. He ended up walking out maybe about 30 minutes later. But it was a great time. Didn't see Jay-Z or Beyonce. Didn't see them, but I did see Nicki Minaj. Saw a lot of boxers. Had the opportunity to see 50. Saw Yo Gotti. A couple other folks, But the fight, though.
The fight. Yeah. How about we do that? How about we start there? How about we start talking about this fight? Would you like to whisper those sweet 3 words that I love to hear so much in my ear, Rob? Would you like to do that, sir? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You were right.
Wasn't I?
You were right.
And let me tell you something. It wasn't even that I was right. It was just the fact that there's certain things that you have to know in sports, and especially in doing this gig. Like when emotion becomes involved, like for anybody who, like, I truly don't believe, Rob, that you thought it was going to be a good fight. I truly believe you hoped it would be a good fight. And those are two very, very different things. I believe you to be a much, much smarter person than that, to understand that the way just me knowing what I know, the little that I know, the way these two dudes fight, there was going to be, and I kept making reference to it, this is not going to be Hagler Hearns. Like, those are two dudes that was going to be like, all right, whatever.
Well, no,
we're going to come out here and start swinging, and that's going to entertain everybody.
Yeah, I wasn't hoping for Hagler Hearns, but, I was hoping for, just as a boxing fan, of course, this was the fight that everybody was saying, oh, just go save boxing, this go save boxing. and to be honest with you, man, I got the official scorecard right here, man. This was just so uncharacteristic of a Manny Pacquiao fight. You had Floyd throwing 435 to Manny's 429. Floyd landed 148 points with Manny's 81. Floyd had a 34% connection percentage compared to Manny's 19. I mean, it was like it was just unbelievable, man. It wasn't even what you would consider to be, because again, a Hagler Hearns that owns its own field. So you kind of hope that this fight put its stamp on the fight itself, and kind of lived up to the hype. You know what I'm saying? Because I've never, like, these older fights or these guys that weigh a little more, like, I'm never going to try to put Floyd on this level or Manny Pacquiao and be like, oh, yeah, well, I know they just going to let him loose. But, people were just kind of hoping for a little more, man. And it didn't, even the casual boxing fan, the veteran boxing fan, nobody was really satisfied with it.
You shouldn't have been. No one should have been. Unless
for everybody that I talked to. Even the biggest Floyd fans weren't satisfied. They were glad that he won, but nobody. I mean, it was just like nobody was really satisfied with you know, what turned out to be, you know, dude, that could have been the final blow to boxing. I mean, because you talking about all of these people that paid all of this money to see this fight. You know, whether it be, you know, live and in person, you know, closed circuit or pay-per-view. You know, I had no idea because I was there. I had no idea that they were having technical difficulties.
Oh, yeah.
From
It was a
New York.
debacle. The total debacle.
Yeah, well, people, and they were delaying the fight, and I had no idea why they kept running video packages and all of that. You know, but come to find out, they were delaying and trying to get the satellite hookups right, and
they still didn't get it right.
Yeah.
People got their money back today. Like, people still didn't get to see the fight. The lucky ones.
And so it's just one of those things, man, where, you know, so many people were turned off. You know, and you know, for the prices and things that were going on in Las Vegas, I don't really know if that quote unquote saved Vegas or if that's go help, you know, kind of phase boxing out or make it go back to where, you know, nobody's paying no more than $35 for a pay-per-view.
It is what it is. It's a niche sport. Like, for anybody who's trying to convince themselves or convince anyone else that this is some sort of, you know, like our guy Envy, like he's won since Saturday. He's been on Twitter like, oh, you damn idiots. Yeah, y'all don't know nothing. Y'all know what you talk about, blah, 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 blah. Here's the thing.
Yeah, I saw that.
Real quick. If you have to tell me and explain to me why it's exciting, it wasn't. You know what I mean? Just look at it in the avenue of sex, right? Once you get up from on top of her, if you have to explain to her why it was good, guess what? 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, it wasn't good. She would know automatically. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to tell me what exciting is. People know. People know what exciting is. The best part of the fight for me, the best part was this. This is the best part ever.
It's a good fight. I thought I won the fight.
You thought you won the fight? Why?
He didn't do nothing. He always, move outside.
Well, but he had to be hitting you with something because you weren't attacking him with the same kind of ferocity that we sometimes see you attack. Was he not doing something to keep you off?
Yeah, I mean, I got him many times, solid punches, and I think I believe I thought I won the fight.
We didn't ringside. The judges didn't.
Nor did anyone else, Max. That was Max Kellerman. You know him from Sports Nation on ESPN. He does the boxing show on HBO as well, when they had the two fighters facing each other in the chairs and like sitting like 2 feet away from each other. That was so hilarious. He was like, "You what?" Everybody had the same reaction. Like, man, this drunk ass dude. Yeah, man. It's like we just ventured into like sore loser territory so fast. It just got there so fast. Like, before you knew it, this dude thought he won the fight, and then all of a sudden his shoulder was messed up and nobody wouldn't give him a shot. It's like, come on, my man. Come on, Mr. Christian brother. Take your L and walk away. You got $100 million off of it. Keep it moving, pimp.
Oh yeah.
What happened.
But I'll say from that standpoint that whether he hit or missed Floyd, Manny throwing 429 punches is very uncharacteristic. Very.
Okay.
And like I said, whether he lands them or not, I'm talking in a 12-round fight. Like, that is very unusual. You know, like I said, whether he lands or not. So it might have been something there.
No,
but at the end of the
I'm glad you mentioned that, because I was reading about that too, about someone else who wrote about him throwing so many fewer punches. But the explanation they gave made a lot more sense to me. And I go back to the press conference where Floyd he vividly talked about after, what was it that? No, it was the Stephen A. Smith thing, when he vividly talked about a guy's mentality after he's been knocked out.
No, he said that at the
press conference. Okay.
Yeah,
talked about a guy's mentality after being knocked out. And then the article I read today talked about Manny not wanting to open up and do his normal thing, like you just alluded to, the normal thing he does, because of that counter being there, being afraid to be countered. And I was like, yep, that makes sense to me. That makes plenty of sense to me. Put everything together, and it makes plenty of sense. I don't know if it's 100% true, but it's viable. It's very viable.
I mean, it could be. I mean, because there were moments like, you know, man, now you could tell, and just as a boxing fan, like, you could tell that that they had worked on the game plan. That